got Steve Zetro Suka, the vocalist from legendary thrash metal band Exodus, on the line. They released their album Blood In, Blood Out last year, the first featuring Zetro since 2004, and are coming to Australia for the Soundwave Festival at the end of this month now. So, Zetro, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys doing? We're ready. We're ready to come over there.
Yeah, it's really awesome. As I mentioned, you had last appeared on 2004's Temper of the Damned and returned to the fold for Blood In, Blood Out 10 years later, which came out last year. So what was it like returning to the fold for the first time in 10 years?
I think this is the best time. I think mentally I'm together this time and know what to expect from it. I think everything is a learning experience that you do. And, you have to learn how to do everything. And I think after 30 years, I've come to the conclusion that, it's better to just, try to make it the best for everyone. And whatever that takes to do, if it's, I guess, everybody has, you're just trying to get five guys in the same room that are going to get along, especially over a period of time, and you come in and come out. There's a lot of things that go on. So I think the best thing to do is to, be together and move forward, and it's just exciting to be back this time. This time I'm so focused on what I'm doing live, and it's great to be with them again, and there's not the tensions or turmoils or the petty things that went on in the past. That's all gone, and it's great, and there's no abuse of anything. So it's great that the band is very fit and ready to go, and I think playing the best live we've ever played. So I'm having the blast. I'm having the fun of my life. Australia's going to be really they're going to be jazzed, man. We're going to knock them dead. We're just going to knock them dead.
Yeah, awesome. A lot of the album had already been written when you rejoined, but you specifically were contributing to in the co-writing of Body Harvest. What's the story behind that track?
Kind of coming from a thing where we read, it's actually kind of like a true story Jack had heard, where this guy had woke up in a room. It's kind of like the kind of a hostel thing, and in remote parts of the world, Europe, it's big on where they'll meet you, somewhere and maybe drug you, and then you'll wake up in a room where one of your organ has been taken from you, because black market organ sales type of things, so that's basically where that came from. And the guy wakes up in that room, and he has to deal with that, and has to deal with getting himself, and taking care of him. So it's just kind of like Body Harvest. People are taking body parts and selling them, so it's kind of a heavy subject, but actually very true. It's a lot going on. We actually were kind of looking into it, and it's really become quite the market these days. If in the black market trade is body parts, it's amazing. So we just thought it was very Exodus-y.
Yeah, it's a crazy world out there. So Gary Holt was, of course, touring with Slayer at the time, and you guys were sending music back and forth. It's kind of how modern music writing has to be these days. Was that like the first time you had to do that process? Yeah,
because Gary's always been he's always been behind the glass every time I laid a vocal track behind. So this time it was Jack and myself, and I was in a room where I didn't see him. So I look for facial expression if I do something right, or if it's good. And I'm like, and then that silence that you don't hear over the headphones is like, okay, so we're going to try that one more time. I don't know, what are you doing? Okay, so it was kind of cool, but we sent him over, and what he did was he took the tracks, and he would say, okay, he called Jack and say, okay, Jack, tell Zet to do it like this, or not to do it so much like this. And there was very few fixes that he had me on all the songs. And there was on every song there was one or two, but really, really minor. There was nothing like, oh my God, you got to go, just, redo it. This is just horrible. It was all really positive. And I feel that, I've been tuned up because obviously I have another thrash band with my sons, both of my boys. called Hatred, and I'm in tune. I've been singing with that band, so I just was ready to do this, So I think vocally, I'm really strong right now. I'm keeping myself definitely in shape. I go to the gym every day and eat very healthy. So, it's just all about the performance and making sure that when I come out, we deliver.
Yeah, awesome. So Kurt Hammett featured on the track "Salt the Wound." He had also he'd been in the band previous to you joining. He had a writing credit on Impala, which featured on 2004's Tempo Off the Dam. Did you feel that was kind of like a whole full circle for the band type deal?
Definitely. I would say that that's nailing it right on the head. I mean, and it comes from the fact that I guess he never really got to really record with Exodus on something. At least, I got to go back and record on First Strike is Still Deadly with Testament back in, I think it was 2001 or 2002, and that felt like kind of full circle. So I guess him and Gary last December over at dinner had a conversation. They went out to dinner together and he said, would you be interested? And I guess, Kirk's yes was fast out of his mouth, ready to do it. He was so excited. And both of them really complement each other. I love the leads on that song. And I believe we're playing that at Soundwave.
Oh, that'll be a real pleasure for the fans, I'm sure. It was the highest charting success for the band, with the album peaking at 38 on the Billboard 200. Was it kind of like fulfilling to the fact that it kind of showed that, this is like Exodus as we are right now, and the fans are definitely understanding that.
If you think about any, look at where we started. Look at 1985. That's the dawn of the MTV era, so to say, where videos were what you watched, and that was the criteria for the medium. You understand and see. So then, bands at that point, they put that out. Now think of a band of another genre, and I'm talking about, from Men at Work, there you go, from those bands that could put out a record at this time. Any other genre from that era and put out a record and chart right out with new songs and people like that. I don't think so. I think heavy metal is very loyal. Our fans are unbelievably loyal. They love it. They will love it forever. And us, those that basically were the forefathers and the innovators of thrash metal in the beginning, have always been well coveted from our fans, and they love us, and we love them. And I think that we all deliver. Think about every one of the so-called, bigger thrash bands, and I'm just not talking about the big four. I'm talking about the big, 13 or whatever. If you go down the list, and I'm talking Overkill, Anthrax, Megadeth, Testament, Death Angel, Exodus, everybody is putting out quality albums. Slayer, everybody's putting out quality albums. Nobody's giving you junk. Nobody's going, they just put out a record. Worship Music was great. Overkill's record earlier this year was great. Creator is great. Sodom is great. Destruction. Everybody keeps giving you, good stuff where you go, the record's that. But not even, and I love, I love the last Megadeth. I'm a Terry, I love Dave. I think he's so talented, and I love Slayer. They're just so hairy. And they just bring it, And I think that's, we're all still big fans of our own genre, and I think that's what creates us creating good music, because I'm still a fan. It's like I don't play this music and listen to something else in my car. I got Merciful Fate in my car right now.
It's awesome that in such a time where music sales are down, that heavy metal fans are still just as loyal. But what we are most excited about is, of course, you coming down for the Soundwave Festival at the end of this month. You're playing Saturday, the 21st of February at the Melbourne Showgrounds with Slipknot, Smashing Pumpkins, Marilyn Manson, Judas Priest, and of course you guys. So what are you most excited about the tour? I
think, I've heard only great things about it, that everybody's treated so well. I've never been to Australia before. The band has been, over the last 10 years when Rob was in the band there. I think they went over there one time. And I understand that it's not a place where they come a lot because it's kind of hard to get to. And I think it's really cool that all these bands are going over there. And I'm a big fan, so I want to see the performances as well, you know. So I that's what's great is I get my fill. I get to play these festivals and be like, oh yeah, I saw Barrel Festival, yeah, I played Judith. I get to play one with Kiss, did a couple of months, I get to see Kiss, you know, Alice Cooper, so it's kind of cool. I think that's the best thing.
Yeah, definitely. So, what can fans expect from the shows?
Pure mayhem.
Yeah.
You better go to the gym because we're going to get that pit going, and it's going to be going all the time. So just get ready. Just get ready. Get those pedal boots on and get ready. Put those pedal jackets on. Patch them up nicely because Exodus is coming, and we come hard. We don't bring it. We don't. There's no daisy. There's no puppy dogs and ice cream with Exodus. We're bringing it. We bring it. We come to crush.
Well, it's definitely an exciting time. I cannot wait to Saturday, the 21st of February, to see you guys at Soundwave, and of course your side waves with Fear Factory and Terror Universal. That's on Monday, the 23rd of February at 170 Russell. And of course, everyone check out their album that came out last year, Blood In, Blood Out. But thanks for the chat today, Zetro.
Thank you. I can't wait. And I'll see you guys all over there. On the 21st?